All right, Bleu Davinci, how's it going?
Good, homie, man. I'm in the building. What's the word?
Man, you got a extensive history, man. In LA and BMF and rapping, and you've been doing your thing for a long time, man. Just glad to sit down with you.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate your time as well.
For sure. For sure, man. Well, I figured we would just start from the beginning and let everybody kind of get to know you and where you grew up and everything about you and kind of just take it from the top, man. So, can you tell everybody where you're from and, how were things growing up for you?
Oh, man. It's your boy Bleu Davinci, man. From California. From Los Angeles, California. Um, I say probably around the age 16 or whatever like that, 16, 17, I got into the entertainment industry. I was traveling with Raz Kass as my cousin. A lot of people know about the rapper Raz Kass, a hip hop rapper. He's a cold lyricist though. But I was, his roadie by like 16, 17 and jumped on the big screen in the movies. DJ Pooh, shout out to DJ Pooh. DJ Pooh, he put me in 3 Strikes, you know what I'm saying, which led to other movie opportunities for me as well, early on. You feel me? But, I'm a rapper. I'm from East Coast, One I Know, out in LA, you know what I'm saying? Gang repping out of Carson and Delamo, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I spent some of my young years, like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, you know what I'm saying? And then moved back out into LA, continued to move around until I hit it and just became a United States Globetrotter. You feel me?
What age did you jump off the porch?
Shit, let me see. I probably jumped off the porch like 13. You know what I'm saying? 13, 14, really jumped off the porch, had a mind of my own. You know what I'm saying? Figured out how to start making me some money and shit, make my own money and shit like that. So, I grew up gangbanging like a lot of inner city kids in California, in Los Angeles, California. Doing all of the shit that we do, gang banging and getting in trouble and the gang banging, the fighting and the bussing and the hanging out and the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? So growing up, but it was fun. In California, we always had fun. So like being out on the Shaw and, fucking around, start rapping and meeting everybody out in the streets and just being out there. You know what I'm saying? As a young nigga, I was always one of them niggas that was outside, that was out there. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up knowing a lot of people from all parts of California, Northern and Southern California. But yeah, outside of that, I just had a passion for the entertainment. I always wanted to be inside of entertainment ever since I was real little, you know what I'm saying? So that's where all that shit came from. But growing up was just regular gang banging in LA.
What was it that made you want to get in the streets at such an early age?
I mean, I was just there already. Everywhere I was, that's where I was. So it was just like I wasn't nowhere else. I didn't want to be nowhere else. I didn't know nowhere else yet. All I knew was those streets. So I just was basically a product of the streets that surrounded me, period. You know what I'm saying? So from like my grandfather lived and I grew up partially on 54th and Van Ness. You know what I'm saying? And then with my mom graduating college and being a little older by the time I came around, I got a sister that's 10 years older than me. But by the time my mom finished college and got a better job and stuff, we start moving around more. She ended up getting married. We moved to Carson. You feel me? So it kind of moved on up a little bit for me from moving out from where we was at to moving over to Carson. And I just got a chance to do a little growing up in Carson. I got to like age 14, I believe, in Carson. You know what I'm saying? Before she ended up getting a divorce and we moved away back, towards the other way. You know what I'm saying? So, it was just normal. I never thought about how I grew up no kind of way because it was normal. Like from Boys in the Hood to Menace to Society to me waking up every day and going to school and all the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So there wasn't no big deal for me.
What was school like for you? You mentioned school. What was that like for you? Where'd you go to high school at?
I went to different places, bro. In high school, man, I dropped out of high school in like 11th grade. So by the time I got to high school, my mom was already divorced. So we was moving around. I was living in Hawthorne. I was living in different places. So my high school, bro, for real, I did 9th and 10th and left. You feel me? So I went to all kind of different Westchester, Lusinger, Hawthorne, North High, and Torrance. Like I was getting transferred out, fighting and doing all the shit. You know what I'm saying? So high school was cool. I was one of them kids, bro, that felt grown already. You feel me? So like niggas was in high school, I'm beefing with the Lennox 13s in Hawthorne in high school, but I'm copping quarter pieces of hard from they OG homies down there on 116th and Inglewood. You feel what I'm saying? Inglewood Avenue and shit. So I was a fast kid. You know what I'm saying? I like to say I had kids early. You know, my oldest son is 28. I got 28 and 27-year-old kids right now. You know what I'm saying? So I started early. I felt grown early. I was making money for myself early. You feel me? I just had a fast mind, a quick thinking mind, and I wanted for myself early too. So like out of my friends and kids and shit like that I grew up with, it was a few of us that did shit. Like a couple people end up going to like the NFL or NBA or some sport. A couple people that I grew up with. And then a few people got off into entertainment, but I'm one of the early people that I know of my childhood friends that got into entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, before I even met Meech and them and all that, I was doing motion pictures and shit. Like I was already on TV and shit before I met Meech.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.